Got my Chamonix here, my long knife, and I've just had that thing out, been used in the kitchen. I let everybody use it for a long time, and I have not maintained it in a while, and it was just out to let everybody use, and they kept cutting and cutting with it and stuff, and nobody sharpened it at all because I'm the one that does that. You can pretty much see that whole edge. Now this is AEB-L, as I've said before. It's LT Wright, his AEB-L, and I just want to see how hard this is to get back to a good edge. I mean, it's basically, it wouldn't shave you if you had to shave with it. Now, two things that I normally use, and I've had a knife maintenance video before about sharpening stuff, but a lot of times I use a ceramic rod on a V-edge knife. This here's not a convex, so I don't really try to use this much on my convex. I won't say that I've never used it on a convex if one was really bad, but most of the time I put sandpaper here on the convex and strop backward. I do have a water stone, but I don't use it a whole lot. But if I need to touch up some spots on the edge, I'll usually put sandpaper on there for convex. But for the V-edge knives, for years and years, I've used ceramic rods, sometimes in a V like that, or sometimes just this big one. So I thought I'd see how quick I could get this to edge. Now, one thing I will say, I count my strokes there. One thing I've got to say is I take these things and wash them off, and to get that metal residue off of there. And I mean, you can still see gray on there from metal residue, but I just took it and washed it off before I brought it out here. And I just take dish soap and put on there and wash it in water and dish soap. And I don't know if that's the best way to do it or not. That's just how I've always done it. So what I want to do is get that edge back on here with this thing. Just start fixing the edge where I was able to see it. Already starting to get an edge on that, just from that. It's already taking a little bit of hair. When you can use these ceramic rods, they'll really touch one up fast. Still see a few places in there. You try to get the angle right to go with that. Probably everybody watching this knows everything about that. Trying to see if there's any burr on either side. I don't feel any. Might be a little bit right there. Maybe just touch that off of there real light. Okay, that got mostly got the edge where I can not see it. The end of it out here needs a little more touching up. Just that very end. Starting to get sharp. got a little bit of spots on it here and there. But that wouldn't have cut that paper. I should have probably tried it before I started, but it wouldn't have cut that paper for nothing before. So the other thing I do, I'll hit it a few more times on this rod here, just to try to get it on sharp. Now, I'm not putting any pressure on that because I'm just finishing the edge up. And then I use the strop on this. I know that convexes the edge a little bit. If somebody don't like a convex edge on their knife at all whatsoever, then maybe you'd never use a strop. But I use one, and the way I do with a strop on this knife here, it's a pretty good sized knife, and I run the strop on the knife like that. That's just kind of the way I've done on this big old Chamonix. Most other knives, I run like that and run the knife over the strop. But I saw somebody doing it this way on a video one time, and that's kind of how I've always done this knife. And then on that side, I pull it over like that. And then I flip to my fine side. So you got the black compound on the one side and green on the other at the Bark River compound. I don't know the grit on them, but the green compound is finer than the black compound. I know that. And I'll polish it a little bit with that one. I don't know if you can see that. No pressure, but it's just taking the hair right down the skin. See if it'll cut paper. I don't have good luck cutting this paper with anything hardly. Look there. I'd say that's restored. I could spend a lot more time on it, polishing a little more and stuff, and getting every little thing out. I might be a spot or two on there still. Little bitty spots or something that I could spend a bunch of time getting them on out, but I'm not gonna sit here and do that on a video. You don't want to see me taking time to do that all on a video. But I was just kind of showing how quick you can get this knife back to a good edge. And if I wanted to get it absolutely perfect and polished as good as I can just spend a little bit more time with that strop. And I might do that later, but there you have it. I was just showing how LT Wright's AEB-L, how easy it is to maintain.